Thanks, Las Corla. Just want to commend my colleague, Deputy Tully, firstly, for bringing this forward. So people with a disability and their carers have been relegated, unfortunately, to second-class citizens in this state. In every single sector, there are delays, waiting lists, and a complete lack of services in many cases. It has become acceptable and the norm for people with a disability to have to fight for every single service that others take for granted. And I'm particularly referring to schools, school places around ASD classes, and transport for both schools and adult day services, and also in relation to NEPs and the fact that schools have to battle for a handful of appointments every year and have to try and pick the children that they feel need this the most, a very impossible situation to be placed in. I want to particularly draw attention to an issue in the Carlow and Kilkenny region around the provision of occupational therapy, speech and language therapy and physiotherapy, particularly for children. There is an average wait time of around 18 months to 2 years for an appointment. There's long delays as well in assessments, and often people will be delighted when they finally do get an assessment, thinking maybe now we'll finally get our services. However, as I say, in often cases it's 18 months to 2 years for a follow-up service, and many people are saying to me that they are getting one appointment per year. I want to stress that this is not down to any existing staff who are working in that sector, who I honestly don't know how they keep going and how they keep the morale going when all they see is growing waiting lists of kids. We definitely need greater investment in this area immediately, and I'm asking, Minister, for you to specifically look at this situation in Carlow and Kilkenny. And when I was thinking about this earlier, I was thinking about how there's been a lot of media attention recently on the appointment of special advisors and maybe additional advisors. And when those roles are vacant or there's perceived to be a need for that role, immediately it can be filled. However, we have obviously waited years for occupational therapists, speech and language therapists and physiotherapists to help the children in the Carlow and Kilkenny region. I want to talk about the optional protocol of the UNCRPD. We really need to ratify this without delay, as this is the only way the state is finally going to sit up and take action, because it will be forced to do so. They're the points I want to make. But Minister, I am appealing to you because I do feel that you want to do the right thing here, and I've seen some statements that you've made since taking over this role, and I really do hope that you will follow this up with action and do the right thing by everybody with a disability and their carers, because they are totally exhausted and they do need assistance and they need funding and investment. It's been underfunded and underinvested for years, and COVID has highlighted that and thrown it into stark contrast. And now we have a situation where people are trying to reopen services. If you finally get a place or you get a couple of hours, next thing then you're here, there's a battle for transport. So there is major issues there to be addressed, and I don't think anybody is looking for an overnight solution, but they do want to see that it's been taken seriously and that action is actually, and there's stuff going to be delivered for people. Thanks, Laskin Corla.